What do coupe SUVs and caviar have in common? Well, it's all a query of money. You can without problems get preserve of both in case you were given plenty of cash, however it is a whole lot trickier on a budget, and that's in which the Renault Arkana steps in. The Arkana won't suit to your Blinny and doesn't move properly with smoked salmon, however it does integrate slinky styling with a wholesome sprint of practicality. It additionally has the raised using function that SUV shoppers adore, and all at a fee that'll have you ever slapping your returned pocket in appreciation. The most inexpensive of the two engine alternatives Renault gives you is the Terrace 140 Slight Hybrid. However, when you have your eye on more financial system and emissions savings, you is probably higher served via way of means of the self-charging hybrid E-Tech 145. Once you've picked your engine, there are 3 trim tiers to select from, plus a small choice of alternatives in case you need to personalize your vehicle. Finding an less costly coupe SUV is getting easier, and now no longer simply on the grounds that the arrival of the Arkana. If you're satisfied with something a chunk smaller, there's continually the BMW X2 and Toyota CHR, even as the Cupra Formentor is one in every of our favorites and is to be had with an excellent more variety of engines, such as plug-in hybrids. Keep on studying this complete assessment of the Renault Arkana to discover the way it drives, what it's like inside, how sensible it's far and what kind of it's going to value to run. We'll additionally let you know the way it compares with different coupe SUVs you is probably considering. Remember, in case you do determine to shop for one, or every other make and version of vehicle for that matter, ensure you take a look at the Unfasten What Car? New car buying service. It has plenty of top Renault Arkana deals. The most inexpensive Renault Arkana engine, the Terrace 140, is a 138 bhp 1.3-liter turbocharged petrol with mild hybrid assistance, because of this that it has a small electric-powered motor to enhance the petrol engine's efficiency. On the street, it's responsive as you shy away however lacks mid-variety shove, so that you ought to paintings it difficult to get to better speeds. The 0 to 62 miles per hour time is 9.8 seconds, that's peppy, however overwhelmed via way of means of the Cupra Formentor 1.5 TSI 150. The different preference is the E-Tech 145. Total electricity is 143 bhp, and due to the fact the electrical motor works right away at low speeds, it is high quality for pottering round town. Once outdoor the metropolis limits wherein the non-turbocharged 1.6-liter petrol engine has to take over, acceleration is exceptionally much less sprightly, maintained to a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 10.8 seconds that's slower than the Terrace 140 and lots of inexpensive alternatives, which includes the Citroën C4. Finding a cozy using role with inside the Renault Arkana is straightforward. There's a complete variety of guidance wheel rake and attain adjustment, and the seat is evidently supportive. Behind the guidance wheel sits an easy-to-examine virtual tool display, 4.2 inches with inside the Terrace 140 and 7.0 inches with inside the E-Tech 145. The Arkana's dashboard is straightforward to apply as nicely, way to its bodily controls for all of the critical functions, along with the weather control. The Cupra Formentor has a few demanding contact touchy controls which might be fiddlier to perform whilst you're using. You take a seat down better from the floor with inside the Arkana than you do with inside the Formentor, despite the fact that visibility out of the front of the Arkana is worse, because of chunkier windscreen pillars. As with maximum coupe SUVs, the sloping roofline manner visibility out of the lower back isn't great, either. On the plus side, the front and rear parking sensors and a rear-view digital digicam are preferred on all models, as are vibrant LED headlights. Mid-trim S Edition provides computerized predominant beams and an auto-dimming rear-view mirror. Iconic trim receives a 7.0 inches infotainment touchscreen, that is smaller than loads of its competitors. We've but to attempt it, however we've got used the 9.3 inches touchscreen machine you get with the S Edition and top-spec RS line trims. It's a high-decision display screen with responsive software, however a number of the icons are small and tougher to discover than we'd like. Also, we decide on the iDrive infotainment with inside the BMW X2 for ease of use because it comes with a bodily rotary controller in addition to a touchscreen. All variations of the Arkana include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto phone mirroring, and S Edition and RS line motors additionally get SatNav. The Arkana's indoors nice appears like a step up from the Toyota CHR, which has greater difficult plastics, in particular in its rear seat area. The Arkana has greater soft contact materials, at the same time as the switches sense as nicely damped as they do with inside the CHR and it feels simply as nicely screwed together. In this rate variety you may do even better, though, due to the fact the Formentor feels plusher still.